magicals. So I've had so many responses from that little message that I sent out this morning. I decided I was going to do a quick video. I am going to do a personal one, and I'll tell you why, so you guys can access this. Simply because, gosh, I can't believe how many of you are struggling out there. I can, but I can't. The number of messages I've received around it have been quite extreme. So what I'm doing is I decided that I would really do a little video now on what we've got to look forward to. The last couple of months have been very hard and very heavy. So this is going to take the next 4 months, September, October, November, and December. And it's really about it's not putting a positive spin on shitty energy, right? We can't make a turd into cupcake icing. We've got to just understand that things are what they are. But there are going to be positives coming up, and we need to focus on that. It will help us maintain our balance. So this is going to be a slightly different reading. I am going to say, I'm sorry, there's a light coming in. I can't close the curtain. It's a Sunday afternoon, and my big boy Alex gets to spend time with his new bestie, Bojangles. And so you may hear a little bit of a flutter in the background and all that. Please excuse it. But Alex is actually got time out and spending time with Jangi today. So you'll hear them walking around. So just bear that in mind. I'm sorry. Apologies. But I did want to put this out this afternoon. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a row for each of the months. We're going to start at September, go October, November, December. And let's just see what the universe has for us. What I do want to say is that I have pre-shuffled everything, set intentions, and so let's just see what the universe has. Understand that the personal readings will be exactly the same format, but as always, I do go into a little bit more detail in your personal readings. Okay, so universe. Also, we are looking at how good things are going to get. What is the general energy for September, please? Looking for the good things. What is the message for the general energy for September, please? Okay, well, there's a lot going on there. Okay, is that the one you want me to take? Okay, right. Okay, so just bear with me. I'm just pulling a few little cards here. Okay, can we just look at abundance, please? What do we need for abundance? What do we need for September? What is the positive that's coming out in abundance? September, please. Okay, hold on. Sorry, these cards are actually, I'm struggling to shuffle them a little bit. They're feeling a bit stuck. Good stuff around this. Okay, right. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a general energy, and then we're going to do a little abundance card. And then we'll go on to, oh, wait, hold on, sorry. And I decided to do a goddess card as well. It was kind of a weird, I was directed in strange directions for this. So this is about the divine feminine. Remember that divine feminine is about receiving, guys. So when the divine feminine in terms of a goddess shows up, it's how she's supporting us in receiving, right? We've got the support from her, which is the good news. It's the positive stuff. So how do we put that into action? Okay, so the good stuff, please. What goddesses are showing up, please, for September? What goddess is showing up to assist us to receive all the positive in September, please? Just one card. Okay. Put that there. Okay, and Pneumatomi, the sacred space. Right, okay. So, one of the things that's coming up very strongly here is that I do want to say this because this is an obvious one. We've all been through it this year. Every reading I've done has been about how things have been so difficult and so hard, and we've had to go through stuff. And we knew it was going to on some level be a little bit tricky, given that it's a 9-year, right, endings. But it's been quite tough, I'm not going to lie. So here's the thing. The first energy coming up in September, bearing in mind we are going into equinox season, I've got your back. There'll be readings and energy updates and all of that for it. But what I want to say here is that this is saying to you, bat spirit here, right? It's a 5, change. A rebirth is assured. This is saying that all the work that we've put in is starting to come into fruition. For us in the Southern Hemisphere, we are coming out of the hibernation phase. I know it has been incredibly stuck energy this last couple of weeks. There's lots going on the planet, which is why I kept you up to date on all of that. But this is about saying, okay, we've done the work. We are now starting to see the results, right? It's like the buds coming up, and now we're going to start seeing them blossoming, okay? Nematoma, sacred space. It says here, create an altar or visit a powerful place to connect with the divine. And interestingly enough, this is about your abundance card is God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is a plenty of abundance for all to share. So this is about saying that don't give up the faith, right? The miracles are happening. We've done the work. We've putting it in. Now that the buds are starting to bloom, we don't quit because suddenly the buds are like just buds and they're not full blossoms yet, guys. Remember that we have to maintain the energy of divine timing, but also understanding that September feels like there's going to be a shift of energy for all of us, okay? So I'm going to put these here like that because I've got another 4 rows to do. Like that. But this is really saying to us that keep the faith. By being reverent and by being grateful, we're just going to tap into the unlimitlessness of it, and saying that the divine has us, right? It does have us. We need to tune into that faith and that gratitude. Okay, right, so let's consult with the tarot. Let's see what September has for us. What good stuff is coming up in September? Okay, Spirit, also 3 cards, please. What's the good stuff coming up in September? So, last card, please. Sorry, he's just saying to me take another card. Okay, one more card, please, also. Okay, that's it, right. Okay, so this here, we've got the 2 of Pentacles and the 5 of not Pentacles, sorry, the 2 of Swords and the 5 of Swords, right? So I'm going to say with this energy is that we've gained clarity. We have decided that we are going to invest in certain things. The things that we're putting our time and energy into are valuable to us, and we've quietened our minds. We've overcome the internal struggles and the internal battles that we've been facing, okay? For some of you, I feel like this is realizing that you're actually not alone, that you guys have got backup, and it may have been that part of the internal struggle is about asking for help. I'm very bad at that. I'm trying to learn to be better, and it's one of the reasons why I put into that little saying that I said I put out today, that little message that I put out today, is because we do need to ask for help sometimes. So I feel like this is really about saying, if you have a look, she's got a blindfold on, right? This is to me saying, because we are looking at the positive sides of things, right? There's no more of this. We're moving out of a phase of fogginess, out of a phase of doubting ourselves. We're moving into calmer, clearer waters, as it were, all right? And on top of that, as well as this coming out of it, as we're coming out, we're starting to see that the stuff that we've invested in, the stuff that we put our time and energy into, whether it's been projects that have come to standstills, or it's been self-work, or it's been a relationship, or whatever it is, right? These projects, remember that I always say to you, the 7 of Pentacles is a patience card. It's always a patience card. And it's also about alignment, things lining up. You can see that although she's busy looking at the group, the pentacles are ripe for picking, right? Okay, so it's coming up to that almost time. Again, my message at the beginning, I said to you, don't give up because it's a bud and not a full flower. It's that kind of energy. We're starting to see the results and reap the rewards of what we've put in. Okay, so pages are the beginnings of, but it is the pentacles. The Page of Pentacles comes in with news that can bring in. So we move from a space of mental stress with the two swords energies, and that's earth, that's air energy, right? And we move into solid grounded energy with the pentacles. Bearing in mind that we're going into September in Virgo energy, which is a earth energy, right? But this is very much saying we're starting to see the rewards for the work that we have put in. So September starts, it's again, I'm going to use the euphemism of spring, but it does very much feel like we are very much, it's very much about us starting to see the results. So we won't have all the results by September, but things will definitely start shifting. Guys, I'm going to just do all four of them and then I'll get into the actual reading, because otherwise I'm going to be spending more time dashing between decks. Okay, can you give me a general energy for October? Sorry, you can see that this was just an inspired. Kelso said, well, give them a reading. Okay. I'm also hearing for September, faith restored. So for those of you that have been struggling with faith because of what's going on, October, please, can I have a general energy for October? I do feel like that's going to be restored by the results coming through. Oh, I'll put those on around. And by the results coming through, you might actually find that your faith is restored. Like you were just about to give up hope. You were just about to, and then you're like, oh, actually, hold on. Everything's starting to fall into place. Okay, so just bear that in mind, please. Okay, can I have an energy for October, please? An energy for October, please. Can I have energy for October, please? Sorry, I was just waiting for Kelso to give me the yay or nay on that card, and he gave me the yay. Okay, hold on. December. Is it for December? Oh, sorry. Oh, gosh. Sorry, these cards are a bit erratic today. I don't know what's going on. I think it's just because the energy has been so scattered these last couple of weeks. Okay, December. Please, can I have a card for December? Okay. Right. Let's do the goddesses quickly. Sorry, guys. Bear with me. Okay, please, can I have a card for October? Is that it? Oh, it is that one. Okay, sorry. My bad. November, please. November. Guys, you see how I'm struggling with the cards today. I'm not normally this, like, I don't normally struggle this much with the cards. I'm not normally this frustrated by them. But this is the exact energy we've all been sitting in for the last couple of days. And I saged my house and everything early this morning when I woke up. November, please. Come on, Kelso. November, please. Thank you. Gosh, it was like a whole lot more than harder than it should have been. December. Which one's December? No. Okay. December, please. Okay. Okay, let's do these. I'll do the tarots as we go along, but I just wanted to get these out. Okay, so first one out is a 6 Otter Spirit. You are never alone. So this tells me, guys, again, remember that this is a different kind of reading. So we're focusing on the positive of everything. This tells me that you're no longer feeling out in the cold, that we are going to feel supported, whether it's by friends, family. It might be that we haven't been able to rely on people simply because they've had so much on their own plates. And I know that, I mean, so many of my people and my friends have had so much on their own plates. Like you don't really want to ask for help. You don't want to do this. You know, it's that kind of energy. But this very much feels like that's all going to be changing. Like this is going to be a situation now where we're all starting to feel the buds opening and things are starting to flow a bit more. And we're going to have the support that we are needing. Okay. This month calls for energy around nature though. So maybe it's about grounding. In fact, I think it is about grounding. It says here, you're called to help on in the environment, Mau, Mother Earth, bountiful nature. This is your abundance card. Spending time in nature helps shift you to a higher vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or hike with your pet. Meditate beneath a tree tree garden. Sit underneath a tree. Okay, meditate with pet. Meditate underneath a tree garden. Sit under the stars, or do some other activity to connect with the limitless vastness. Sorry, I just felt like that what's his name wasn't ideal. Anyway, okay, the punctuation. Okay, so what I'm going to say here is get out into nature. If you can support nature, good causes for nature, this is going to just add to your karma. We don't give to get, we give because we feel. And maybe that's the whole thing. Maybe we are actually feeling like we're on a better space. Even if it means going into your garden and planting trees that are butterfly friendly, or putting out a bird feeder, or feeding some of the birds, whatever it is, making sure that there's water for them as the days get warmer, whatever it is, the smallest things will bring us a lot of reciprocity. Okay, so bountiful nature saying don't forget to connect into nature, because there's a natural thing. Like I did my meditation this morning in my meditation spot on my wooden deck under the trees, and it does actually amplify the feelings that we have. So make sure that you are doing that, because it will help amplify the gratitude and the manifestations. Mother Earth, everything comes from Gaia, right? She's sitting over here, right? Everything comes from Gaia. So we amplify that energy, right, by being outside. Okay, so let's have a look here. What do we have coming up? What's the good stuff coming up for October, please, Kelso? What's the good stuff coming up for October, please? Gosh. Okay, I'm going to take these cards because they're good cards. I'm going to take, there are 4 of them here, but I'm going to take them for now. At least I'm going to leave here. Right, so they're saying after a period where we have had to fight for what we've wanted, for where we've gotten to, we're now coming into a space of celebration and joy. Now, here's the thing. I said that at the beginning. The bud is starting to open. By October, the flower is blooming, right? We're starting to get the scent of it, the beauty of it. This is this energy. We're no longer going to feel as like defensive about stuff. We're no longer going to feel as it's as necessary to go fighting for what we want and getting to. It's going to be a whole lot easier. Things are going to happen with ease. But here's the thing. We need to make sure, and this is just a side note from Kelso, that we're managing our vagus nerve, we're managing our stress levels, and that we are out of survival mode. You cannot. And I think that's why they're saying to you in this month, make sure that you are in nature, because it's a good way for us to decompress and for our vagus nerve to reset. Literally sitting on the ground does actually assist you in not being as negative. The earth actually pulls that negative energy from you naturally and transmutes it. So it's saying start living life, get out of survival mode and get into a space of go from surviving into thriving. The Wheel of Fortune has got your back. Dear Lord, remember what I started this reading off with? I said divine timing. That's it. Right? You're starting to see the stuff that you've put into action come to fruition, and it being for a long-term thing, a legacy thing. So this is not just, okay, well, if it's a business thing, I'm taking this as an example. If it's a business thing, it's not going to be, oh yeah, I've had one good week and then the next 3 weeks are dead quiet. This is about you starting to slowly but surely build up a constant clientele where people are coming back to you, they're contacting you, they are sharing your details. This is the energy of that. That's just for business. Love, it could be that you go on the date that meets the person that's going to spend the rest of your life with. Okay, just contextualize it for yourself, what's relevant for you. But what I want to say around this it's really, really important to understand that we are needing to enjoy our time. This year has been hard, and October is calling for us to actually start being joyful and celebratory. When we live in the moment and we do what we love, our vibration automatically raises. And remember, divine timing is a frequency point, guys. It's when we align with what we want. So by celebrating, we're doing just that. Okay, right. Then we move into November, and this is 10, 13 is 4. It's 4. Foundation number, it's a 4. It comes down to a 4. Rabbit, now is a lucky time. So this is a time for opportunities, because straight after that, you've got the goddess saying, and she says, leap of faith. Take a risk and put your heart's true desire into action. So this is saying to us, we're starting to see the work in the September coming into fruition, giving us hope, restoring our faith. October calls for us to be in nature, to ground, to get out of survival mode, to get into thriving mode, right? Seeing that divine timing is coming in, seeing that we're getting our rewards. Now it's saying the opportunities are really starting to come in by November, okay? Things that we've wanted in which way, shape, or form they are. If it's the ending of healings, if it's jobs, if it's career opportunities in terms of studies, whatever it is, this is the time, but you need to be brave enough to take that leap. And you will not be able to take that leap if you're in survival mode, okay? Because your anxiety will get the best of you. You will be stuck in your head, right? And at this point in time, since we've left, look, I don't know what's coming up in the tarot, but as it stands now, we have no more swords. There's no more mental energy here. It's all good emotion, wands, which is the passionate energy, and the pentacles, which is the grounding physical energy. So we seem to be moving out of a space where mentally we're going to be struggling. It is calling for us to declutter in November. You'll feel better and more focused if you'll take time to clear away clutter from your living and workspace. Donate what you can to help others who may need your items, but be sure to keep your schedule uncluttered as well. Okay, balance. It's interesting because I know what the card is for here, and it's generosity. Be generous of spirit. I kind of feel like the universe is also saying in November, start preparing to get rid of what really no longer serves you. You're out of survival mode. You're not hanging on to stuff because you think you may need it one day in the future, and then you are going into a space of being able to give to others, right? I said to you, you might have more support around you in October because of that reason, because people are going to be doing the same thing. They're going to be getting to a point where, oh, actually, I can help others now. I can focus on other things. This is very much that kind of energy. Okay, so let's have a look here for November, please. What can you guys tell us about November, please? Kelso, what's up there? Four of Cups. What else can you tell us for November, please, Kelso? Gosh, okay, I'm going to take all of those cards because this is incredible. I had a feeling the death card was going to come up in this one, in this reading. Okay, Four of Cups. An opportunity comes in that you don't see coming that changes absolutely everything. Major Arcana, guys. When this is a change, this isn't a little change, right? This isn't like a girl going to her boyfriend and saying, okay, I just need to go and change quickly. And she's in jeans and a shirt and she just puts on a jacket and some shoes. This is her coming out in a full-on ball gown with jewels and everything, right? This is a big change coming in, okay? Hence the lucky time leap of faith, decluttering. Okay, also, if you're going to keep yourself busy, and I need to say this because this is something that we always do. A part of our survival strategy is to keep ourselves busy all the time because it keeps our mind occupied, and it really does just it distracts us. But more than that, while we are doing that kind of stuff, it does not allow for us to live and enjoy ourselves. I think decluttering might actually be about your calendar, your work schedule. Don't work for the sake of gaining something. Work to be of service, right? And it's that kind of energy now. The death card here coming in means everything is going to change for you. So you will need to make time for what's coming in because, oh my God, it is going to require courage. Okay? It will require courage. And look at this, please. I'm not being funny. You got three major arcana in a row. The Chariot, moving forward towards a victory. Remember I said to you with the Two of Swords, you see clearly now. The Chariot is a decision. Which way do you go? it's going to take courage to make the right choice here, but if you do, it will change everything. And why? Because here we have the Queen of Cups. Okay, thriving in a space of not only financial stability and emotional, but she's emotionally happy. It's a change that, or an opportunity that will change the game for you completely and change your life. The Queen of Cups is so content in her life, right? She loves it. She absolutely loves it. And allowing that means that she's nurturing. In no way does this chick look stressed. In no way does she worry about looking like she's going to be stressing to pay a municipal bill or anything like that. She's really chilled. She's like, I'm living my life. I'm doing what I want. I've got everything I need. November is key for you guys to really, really breathing in that energy of, I can do this. Okay. We're leaving the self-doubt behind, guys. Again, not a single sword in this, right? Watch the universe be an a-hole and throw a sword at the last one. I'll be mad. But this here is saying to us, we're letting this go in a positive light. We're letting this go. We're moving on from it. Okay. So make sure that you are playing the game here. Seriously, seriously, seriously. Okay. So we've got that. Then we go on to December. And I kid you not. What did I say to you? This is an 11. That's not, it's a 10. Sorry, it's a 1. Bearing in mind that in January we start a 1 year. It's the lion spirit. Be generous of spirit. Because why? We've got the Egyptian goddess Hathor, receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. Okay. So this is a time where you are really in a space where you're going to be able to help the people you want to help the organizations you want to, or just be there for friends in ways that you maybe haven't felt like you've been able to show up for this year. Whatever it is, however it plays out in your life, right? Just bear that in mind. This is a very powerful energy around December. We also know that normally, let's be brutally honest, and irrespective of religion and things like that, so many people just follow the Christmas thing for the gift giving, right? Even if it's at work and things like that, there's a general energy of receptivity and giving in December. So this is completely in alignment with the time of year. The last card out says here, sever vows of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made, consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in the direction at the time. Now, this is saying to me that we've overcome this. In a positive reading, that says to me, we've overcome this. We are seeing everything play out. Our faith has been restored. We're coming out of survival mode over here. We're getting opportunities now because we are thriving. We're going into thrival mode, not survival. I call it thrival. And we're moving forward. Here we get the sever the vows of poverty, saying it's done. It's done. Whatever you feel like you may be holding on to, let go of, because things are going to get really serious and really real. I actually want to use this last deck, the Celtic Tarot here. I want to see what they have to say in this last. I know it's the mini version, the pocket size version, but let's just see what they've got to say, please. Right, let's have a look here. Okay. Okay, so please tell me, what do we have for December? What's the good that's coming to us in December? What's the good that's coming to us in December? Guys, I want to tell you that there's a lot of major arcana in this reading. This is big stuff, guys. This is us having, if you've put the work in through all these things that I've been trying to guide you through and to get through, this is big stuff. So the last two cards said they're not there, but I need to shuffle again because apparently there's another card that's coming out. Is there another card? You said there was another card. Where is it, Kelso? Oh my god! You gotta love this dude. He's epic. Right. So Don't panic, remain calm and apply pressure. Remember, this is the good things to come. The Tower is the destruction of our habits and our programmings. It means that we have conquered our demons, people. By December, by working through all of this stuff, guys, let me just be clear about this, okay? And I'm not being the bearer of bad news. But if you think you're going to be completely enlightened by December, the chances on a scale of 1 to 10 are slim to none. I'd say you've got two kinds of hope there, Bob hope and no hope. But here's the thing. Whatever it is we've been struggling with, we overcome the battles on a positive side. The Tower, it creates a solid foundation that we are no longer carrying certain of our programmings and our addictions with, right? We are clearing that out. It's done. We then have the start. Do me a favor and check out the start, please. We have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, and the Sun. That the Sun was the last card that came out. That was the one that Kelso said we needed to wait for. Okay? Could you ask for a better ending? An emotionally fulfilling, passionate, creative start that brings you everything you could possibly want and more in terms of happiness. And we've rid ourselves of all of the BS that we've carried all of this time. Right? That comes to an end. The Tower brings things to an end. It's a swift end. It's Kalima energy. It closes out cycles, right? It's the ending of us playing into our thriving mode our survival mode because of our patterns and our addictions. We end with that. This next 3 months can be a game changer for all of us if we play our cards right, guys. So I really hope that you love this. If you are struggling, you feel like you need a bit of hope, reach out. We'll get you sorted. We'll do your private reading for you and see what comes up. But I really, really hope that this makes you guys feel a little bit better. There is hope coming, guys. Just hold on. We've got half a month left. I know that Mercury stationing has been tricky, but we've only got half a month left. So just take a deep breath and we'll get there. Okay. Sending you all so much love. And I will catch you this week on the flip side for energy updates and all sorts of fabulous things. Love you all madly. Big loves. Mwah.